What up, you amazing hackers? It's your boy, the humble hacker from Chi-Town, returning from this Christmas vacation, soon to be New Year's at the end of this week, back with another video. And today, we are doing HackerFest 2019 from OSPG. This is probably going to be the last OSPG machine that I do. I might do some more. I'm not sure. I kind of wanted to see what these rankings are all about on Try Hack Me and Hack the Box. So I was gonna probably start hitting those because it looks like that I get some incentive from Hack the Box and Try Hack Me more than this platform. It gets me prepped for the OSCP, yeah, but what else with that? Like, why are you giving me points if I'm really not getting anything on the back end? So yeah, there is that. Moving on again, how was everyone's Christmas? Hope everybody got a whole lot of presents and stuff like that and had some good times, had some snow. I sure as hell didn't, and I live in the Rockies. Damn, that's pathetic. So, without any further ado, let us get to moving. Now, from all of our scans, the first thing that we always do is our typical Nmap scan. We got our Nmap SC. SV, there we go, OA, and the name of our box here, which is HackerFest, and we have our IP address here. Now, as always, I already ran this, so let us see what, oh, duh, oops, wasn't in the right folder, oops, alrighty. So, enter! Jeez. Sorry, my enter key wasn't working because my numlock wasn't on. Alright, so, at first glance, let's see what we got here. We have a whole bunch of juicy stuff from port 21. We have port 22, or as I like to quote Big Sean, I don't fuck with you. And we have our port 80, which we're going to be doing our directory busting on. We got port 10,000, which is over 9,000 for our mini Soiva 1.8.90, and we have our SSL cert for that same port there. Now, one of my previous videos I did mention this, that whenever that we see this SSL cert with a common name, organization name, we want to add it to our SC host file. But since this is not on port 80, we ain't gonna go that far. We're just gonna mess with what we can right now. So we got port 21. Let's go ahead and touch that. And while I do that, I would like to chat. Pretty much by myself, since not that many people talk. Definitely want to have a cool conversation with you guys about some of this stuff. Now, I did watch Spider-Man Far From Home in 3D, and oh my God, had me clutching somebody else's pearls, because I was like, yo, this movie is fire. I wanted to watch it 2 more times in 3D just because it was that dope. Not going to do it right now because I'm broke. Anyway, moving on. The next thing that I saw was Matrix Matrix Reservation, Matrix Renovation, what was it called? Rudy Tooty? Resurrections! That's it. And I can't get those 2 hours of my life back. Yeah, it's kind of where I'm at with that. You know what I mean? Just I have one too many gripes. First off, let's run Go Buster. Let's do that. So yeah, let's go ahead and run Go Buster and find our tools there for that. Medium, and our URL is going to be http:// get out of my face and paste. Okay, so let's start with our gripes. Merovingian, the crap were you doing in there? And what the hell were you on? Did you get brought back to play the role of this quote-unquote exile if they gave you some cocaine first? Is that what the director did? Did he just give him some coke and you tell him to go or whatever? Because he just stood there like a rambling madman, just like Watching the Merovingians return in this film was like watching a crack addict have an imaginary conference call. That's what it was like. He was sitting there like rambling, talking to himself. Wee, poo poo, nobody wants to talk. How come you're not talking to me? I don't know you. Where are you at? I'm over here. You're over there. It's like, yeah, I know that drugs are bad. And I don't think I need to see this. But you're force feeding it to me. Okay. Well, not force feeding it to me because I could have hit the off button, but I was trying to reserve hope that this movie has stripped away from me. Issue number 2. What in the hell was up with Chad Smith there? What exactly were you there for? Because you obviously couldn't get the actual Agent Smith back, but you had this looks like a freaking gym bro, like, you know, who's always looking for a protein shake to drink. Okay, so just so I know that I'm looking at this correctly, he repeats some line that Smith says, okay, cool, great, and then sees Neo getting shot at, sees a gun on the floor, and then now you're just, what are you? Like, what are you? Are you somebody that wants to attack and fight Neo, or are you looking for the bench press machine to get some pumps in? Like, I was like, what is your overall purpose here, Chad? He had none. Oh, and let's not forget, what side was he on? Nobody's. He was just there, just doing his own thing, you know, and just messing with Neo's head, I guess. Hey, Mr. Anderson, we are sworn enemies. I would kill you now, but I have Pilates at 6. I'm still gonna mess you up, but I gotta go buy some more protein shakes from GNC. It was like, what are you doing? Are you fighting? Are you not? Are you cool? Are you enemies? Like, what is your overall point? And it's the fact that he just strolls off like it ain't nothing. Like, okay, bye, Smith. We'll fight later. Okay, talk to you soon. Like, there's really, okay. There's that. Another one. So Neo still knows Kung Fu, but his powers consist of him looking like an old man trying to keep kids off of his lawn. He did that exact same pose like 48 times in the ending, and there was only like 40 minutes left. It's like, geez, like every 1 minute he had to just stand there like, get off my lawn, you whippersnappers. Just like with the hands all up, trying to get people to stop, you know, driving so fast in his neighborhood or something like that. Like, okay, so that's what Neo's powers. That's what we waited over 20 years to see Neo's advancement of powers. Oh, my bad. Okay, totally forgot that he was actually, I guess, rebooted multiple times, and I guess stayed at some point in here till he was like 87, right? And was he rebooted again? But hold on, wait. That brings up another issue with Neo, seeing as though he's supposed to be all powerful and magic and amazing. So Neo can't fly no more without getting his hand held by Trinity, which backtrack. What the hell was this Dragon Ball Z fusion crap? Where did that come from? What? So they have magical powers after they got whooped up in the Machine City. Okay, where? Okay, so no. So just so we know from the Matrix lore. Okay, Trinity kisses Neo in the first. No explosion. They basically bump uglies in the second one. No explosion, but oddly, they have it after the third. Okay. I don't know how many sharks you done jumped with that one, but okay. All right. We can do that. You know, maybe he was because both of them were remade, right? So it was an upgrade, you know. It's like going from Windows XP to Windows 10. All right. Okay, I get it. But what the hell was that 42-minute long Neil Patrick Harris monologue while Neo is stuck there in the "get off my lawn, you whippersnappers" pose? What the hell was that? Would you need that for filler or something? So Neo already recognizes that he has his powers, and he still knows kung fu, but is completely useless during a Neil Patrick Harris monologue. Is that what I'm hearing? Neo uses bullet time to kill an agent in the first, but was Neo just so enamored with Neil Patrick Harris' amazing eyes that he just decided to just not manipulate the Matrix anymore, or just completely forget how to do that? The whole time I'm like, Neo, do something! But then the whole time he's just sitting there like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you soon, you whippersnapper," while Neil Patrick Harris is just casually monologuing. "I'm going to say this and that, and you're not gonna do anything. Yes, right, you made bullet time. Yeah, but I'm the upgrade now, Jack." Ha 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 ha. Okay, I all right, so now we see that Neo really is useless and can no longer use bullet time, but instead move and pose like a fossil in super slow-mo. Okay, all right, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, I. Moving on. All right, so it looks like that we have maybe everything from here. So, what is our next step? Okay, we have our directory busting. While that's going on, let's go ahead and split this screen right here and go after our FTP. Alrighty. So, let us go ahead and grab this file here, FTP, not FTO. Anonymous. And let's list our files here. Now, when it comes to WordPress, there's one file in particular that we have to immediately have our target site for. Out of all of these, there's only one file that we need to pay the most attention to. And which one is that? It is this one, the WP config file. We're going to find out in a second. So let's go ahead and grab that with the command get. Go ahead, hit enter right there. Hit exit. Now when we cat that file out, show you why it's so important, is because this contains login credentials, as we see right here. So we have our username, which is WordPress, and we have our password right here. So let's go ahead and copy that. Let's go ahead and create a quick notes file here. Okay, let's go ahead and touch that. Let's go ahead and echo this and put that to our newly touched file, which is notes. All right, so when we cat that, bam, we got what we broke down in there, so we don't really have to use Pico or Nano or whatever. All right, so next up, we have our login credentials here, and we see that this is WordPress. So what will be our next move? Our next move is, seeing as though that it is WordPress, we use an application to enumerate WordPress, which is called WP Scan. So we're going to use WP Scan, specify our URL first, which is going to be this one right here, and copy that. And we're going to enumerate all plugins. So -E and AP. Now this is going to go ahead and run. And it'll enumerate everything that's on this target, and then give us a little bit of a headway on where can we start up at. Oh, sweet Jesus, that Matrix movie is still in the back of my head. It's driving me insane. I can't get those 2 hours of my life back. Damn you, Document Brown. Where are you when I need you? Whoo. Probably doing another Rick and Morty commercial. But all right, anyway, moving on. All right, so let's see what we got here. We have running WordPress 5.2.3. WordPress theme is 2017. And we have a plugin here. So we got Dub P. Not Dub C, but Dub P, Google Maps. Let's see what we can find out for that. Yeah. All right, so we have a lot of SQL injection. This is Rapid 7. What is this? See what this has first. Okay, so it looks like that we could use this here. Maybe. Alright, let's find out. The new Morpheus was okay. It's very stylish. The new Morpheus was stylish. Even though he was just a collection of beads. Neil Patrick Harris was stylish too. Even though he was sounding kind of like a nagging wife. Overall, I hated it. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. It was just one of those things where after the movie was over, I felt like Ace Ventura in that first movie where he took that scary shower where he set his clothes on fire and was like butt naked in the shower crying, screaming, "No!" Similar to how I felt, except not the butt naked in the shower part setting my clothes on fire, but there's a level of sadness. Just a little small level of sadness there. Alright. So what do we got? We got module for our WP Google Maps right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and use that by using use 0. So we don't have to print or type this whole thing out. We can just simply use 0 as it says right here. Alright, so let's go show our options. So we can add in here. So looks like we just put in our R hosts. Do I still have this? No, I don't. Okay, let's remove that. And let's take this right here. And sweet Jesus. Oh God, that Matrix movie just popped into my head again. Oh, I hate you! I'm gonna have nightmares for at least 3 days. Alright, so let's set our R hosts now to not that, but the IP address. Okay, so we don't really need to set anything else. So let's go ahead and run it. And the reason why we don't need to really set anything else because there's really nothing else to set. Our primary path here, this is our target URI, which is where do we want to point this to, is to our main page anyway because this is just another WordPress site. So we really don't need to alter this. Virtual host, this is not a virtual host. We don't need to add it. Port is still on port 80, so we're pretty much set. So now what we have here is, all right, trying to retrieve WP users table from using SQL injection. It was complete. It did find this user account here, which is webmaster, as well as this webmaster's email address. So we simply take this and create a hash file of this so we can use John. Now I want to do Pico. Make a txt file for the hash here. Alright, let's make this more correct by simply hitting backspace and adding a colon. Speaking of colon, that Matrix movie was such a peanut in my fecal matter, just disturbing me. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. It affected me that bad. Alright, because I love the Matrix, and this one was just like, no! Okay, moving on. So now that we have our hash file created, we're going to use John in order to crack it. So John is a little bit of a douche, but we're going to find out how to fix it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So let's go have our John, have our word list. Once I spell word list correctly, equals. All right, and the file that we're going to be using is this hash.txt. Now, I already cracked it, meaning this is going to be telling me one particular thing. No more hashes left to crack. So, what do we do? This, we have to see our frequently asked questions, but I did check it out, and I found out the awesomeness, which is John, is we don't have to cry if this doesn't work. We have to simply use John show and the name of our hash file, and it'll show us the file, the password that was cracked, which is kittycat1. All right. So now we got to log in. So what's the next thing that we should do? Let us see what this has in it. We have a, let's see, we did directory busting, correct? Yes, we did. We have a WP admin right here. So let's go ahead and see if we can navigate to that. WP admin. We found our username, which is webmaster. Have our password that we found, which is kittycat1. And we are logged in. Perfecto. Okay, now, another tip. Whenever that when we are successful in logging into a WordPress site, the first thing that we always have to do, we have to find the editor. We have to find the editor of the plugin, because it'll have PHP files that we can think around with. So here is the editor. And let's look up a generic file that we can do here. Except that we don't have one. Normally, if we have like a 404.php or an error PHP file, it's pretty much something that we could that's like a throwaway file that we can just like toss out or something like that. So we don't really have to like mess around with it. So, but I'm having a little bit of difficulty finding one because it wasn't there. Let's see if it's anywhere over here. We have 404. Okay. All right. Where is this path at? Okay, 2017. All right. So let's take a okay. So we don't have an editor. Let's see if we can edit this. Let's get our PHP reverse shell here. No, I don't want to get it from the terminal. I'm going to get it from here instead. Okay, let's go ahead and take this. All right, go over to our text editor. Go ahead and fully copy this, paste this here, grab our local IP address. All right. On our tunnel 0, scroll down right here, change this, leave our port the same, which is 1234. Let's go ahead and copy all this all together and then place that here instead. Save it. Now we set our netcat listener to NOVP 1234. I spelled netcat wrong. What the hell is my problem? Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, go over back to our main page, which is this one right here. Oh yeah, that's right. All right, so it did not work. But we do have another option, which is SSH. Now that we have login credentials, now that we have like actual credentials here, which is this. So let me take this IP address here, and then place that here. Okay. Say yes, enter in our password that we found, and success. We are logged in. All right, so we are logged in. We have username, we have a password. Now, since we have login credentials, we see what we can do. First thing that we do sudo-l, and we has all the power. Now, one thing that we can do is not do that command. So we have our flag file here. So that's that one. But also, since we have all the power, we can read or run root commands as sudo since we have everything. Now, the other file that our proof file will be located at is in the root folder, but we don't know what file it may be, what path it might be under, or whatever. So, what we can do, let's see if we can. What we can do is simply just do a sudo, and then put in what command we want to do. We can run cat to read that proof file, but let's make sure it's there first because I'm not giving you all that. And we see that here in the root folder that the flag and proof files are there as well. So that was HackerFest 2019. Thank you very much for joining me on this amazing journey of completing this machine, as well as helping me release the animosity that I have for this new Matrix movie. Nice little rant there. Definitely had a good time. Don't forget to leave a comment, get to share and subscribe, stay updated on future content. Thank you very much for joining me on this event here. I am Shah Ronin, and I am out.